Hello there, and thank you for stopping by to watch my video. In this video, I will be presenting my breakdown of the Adobe Art and Soul album cover design challenge based on Pixar's first black-led feature, Soul. The project overview for this project was to create album artwork using Creative Cloud apps. All the entries must use the official film assets. And throughout the movie, I jotted down some notes, and these are the ones that really stuck out to me. Passion for jazz, death, the great beyond, life, the great before, finding the spark, being in the zone, lost souls, obsessions, the use of time. The dimensions I'll be using for my artwork will be 1080 by 1080 pixels, and I will primarily use Photoshop, Illustrator, and Adobe Dimension. And I set out a goal to create 7 artwork and to post them on Instagram. So for the design assets, I downloaded the ones that were given to us on their landing page, and these are the artworks that they provided us. So a lot of it was line work, a lot of gradients and abstract shapes, as well as backdrops or scenes from the movie, and all these patterns that they created in Adobe Illustrator. So concept number 1 is attitude. I really want to show something that was a little bit of an inverse of the original poster. So instead of Joe Gardner at the end of the keyboard, we have 22 at the front of the keyboard. I'm going to want to show the inverse of, and if it's instead of being like a dark themed, it's more of a light theme, but with a subtle attitude-ish pose with 22 here, and keeping it simple. Concept number 2 is dealing with the souls finding their sparks, and as well as becoming whole, so that they can get that pass. And I don't want to talk too much about it. If you haven't watched the movie, I don't want to give too much away. And also have souls that haven't quite found all of their badges. Concept number 3 is I want to show the relationship between Joe Gardner and 22. So I want to somehow show that relationship, and so I came up with this idea of having the badges within Joe Gardner's living space. And you can see that in his living spaces, it's very musical and musical themed, where it has piano, the bass, all the records, and the painting or the photograph of artists he looks up to. Concept number 4 has to deal with the relationship between Terry and Joe. And I really want to show that dynamic, just because it's awesome to see the two contrasting characters. We have Terry, I guess you can call him the antagonist, and Joe Gardner the protagonist. So concept number 5 is I want to show the sound of music and steering away from using music notes. And I also want to create a little bit of depth, so that when you look at the image, it looks like there's more there. Concept number 6 follows the same pursuit for the sound of music, and I want to incorporate some of the instruments. And so in some of the Adobe Illustrator patterns, they had these very abstract instruments, and I just stripped out some of the detail and put them in a flowing type of way in this design. Concept number 6 is I wanted to show 22's the teenager attitude. 22's pose is just so awesome in this one, and I want to show 22 in somewhat like a negative space, but also showing that 22 is a very bright personality on the inside. And for a bonus round, I created one more design. And this design has to do with the lost souls. It was a very profound moment when I saw the lost souls, because that point where you're trying to create design, you get lost in the details, and you're just so obsessed with something, you can lose yourself. And I couldn't relate to that. What I'm trying to say is that it was so relatable, and I wanted to create something that encapsulates all of that. So I wanted to create this abstract looking lost soul, and using shapes from the assets, and also incorporating a piece of the logo. So you can see that I actually cut out a piece of the circle here, and I used it as the eyes. And I want to make it even more confined, a little bit more uncomfortable, by putting these rays to make it look like the world, so to speak, is coming in and really confining you. And that concludes my breakdown and presentation. And I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate that if you made it this far. And I hope you have a great day. And if you want to see more of my artwork, you can use my handle to find me. So this is my first and last name .design, and I hope to see you around. And I can't wait to make more videos and to see other people's artwork for this contest. And I think that's it. If you want to tell me what was one of your favorite moments in the movie, please let me know. I would love to read any of your thoughts. Thank you so much.